Hello, dear friends, how are you? You know it that many of the people are not a good advocates of their rights, not able to defend and promote their interests, their legitimate rights. And in a situation like this one, they are seen failing and losing here and there. While another, some of the people, they are very good advocates of their rights. They know how to contest for their rights, how to stand up for their rights, how to defend and promote their rights. And these people are called assertive people. And the quality which is needed, the ability which is needed to be a very good advocate and lawyer of yourself or of the group individuals you are representing. So that is called a great skill, assertiveness, being assertive. Every time there is a kind of negotiations, every time where something is at stake, it is the assertiveness which helps and which comes to rescue us. So, in a situation like this one, it is highly important that we become an assertive person. Learn, practice, and develop the skill of assertiveness. Assertiveness is the ability to express your thoughts, your feelings, and your needs in a clear, direct, and respectful manner while considering the rights of others. So, that is the definition of assertiveness: ability to express your thoughts, your feelings, and your needs in a clear, direct, and respectful manner while considering the rights of others. Now, we need to understand what are the characteristics of assertive people. What are the key characteristics of assertive people? So, these are five in number. Those who are assertive have all these five character traits in themselves. And those who want to develop assertiveness in themselves need to learn and practice the five of these characteristics. The first one is being confident. Confident. Assertive individuals believe in themselves and their abilities as well. Assertive individuals believe in themselves and believe in their abilities as well. The second characteristic is clear communications. Clear communications. They express their thoughts and they express their feelings as well in a straightforward and in a respectful manner. Express their thoughts and feelings in a straightforward and respectful manner. Number three, being respectful. Assertive people consider the rights and feelings of others as well. Assertive peoples consider the rights and feelings of others as well. Number four, open minded. They listen to others' perspective. They listen to others' perspectives and are willing to compromise as well in a reasonable manner where the interest of both interest of all the parties are accommodated, taken care of with a little bit of sacrifice from every side. And now the fifth and the last characteristic of being assertive is emotionally intelligent. Assertive individuals assertive individuals can recognize and manage their emotions. Assertive individuals can recognize and can manage their emotions as well. So these are the five characteristics of being an assertive person. Now, the next segment of our today's talk is what are the major benefits of being assertive person? What are the major benefits of being an assertive person? The number one benefit is improved relationships. Improved relationships. Assertiveness helps build trust. Assertiveness helps build trust, respect, and strong relationships. It helps build trust, respect, and strong relationships. The second major benefit is increased confidence. Increased confidence. Practicing assertiveness can boost self confidence. Practicing assertiveness can boost self confidence and self esteem as well. Boosting of self confidence and self esteem. The third major benefit is effective communication. Effective communication. Assertive communication can prevent misunderstanding. Assertive communication can prevent misunderstanding and conflict as well. Assertive communication can prevent misunderstanding and conflict. The fourth major benefit is better boundary setting. Better boundary setting. Assertiveness helps establish and maintain healthy boundaries. Assertiveness helps establish and maintain healthy boundaries. The fifth and the last major benefit is reduced stress and anxiety. Reduced stress and anxiety. Expressing yourself assertively can reduce feelings of frustration and anxiety. Expressing yourself assertively can reduce feelings of frustration and anxiety. Now, after knowing the five characteristics and after knowing the five major benefits, Now we are going to talk about the tips for developing assertiveness. The tips for developing assertiveness, and these are 5 tips. Number 1, practice self awareness. Practicing self awareness, that is, recognize your thoughts, recognizing your thoughts, your needs, and your feelings as well. Recognizing your thoughts, your feelings, and your needs as well. That is the number 1 tip. The second way is using I statements. Using I statements instead of you statements. Mean, instead of keep accusing somebody, you did this thing, you did that thing, you did this thing as well, it is better to express your feelings. Every time I'm treated like this one, every time this thing happens, I feel in this manner. I feel like this one. I feel frustrated. I feel disappointed. I feel like there is a loss, or it is the violation of my rights, and etc. etc. It is the using I statement instead of you statements. Now, the third tip is set clear boundaries. Setting of clear boundaries. Establish and communicate your limits clearly. Establishing and communicating your limits clearly. There are limits, and everything has to be dealt in limits, not beyond that. Up to this limit, up to this extent, I can bear, I can tolerate, I can allow, and not beyond that at all. It is called boundary setting. And then enforcing those boundaries, in a respectful but in a very firm manner. Not only respectful on the one hand, politely on the one hand, quite firmly on the other hand. So that is set clear boundaries. Now the fourth important tip is listen actively. Listening actively. Pay attention. Pay attention to others' perspective as well, and respond thoughtfully. That is called listening actively. Pay attention to others' perspectives and responding thoughtfully. The fifth and the last important tip to practice it, that is take responsibility. Taking responsibility. Own your actions. Own your actions and own your decisions as well. If your decision has resulted in a bad way, take responsibility as well. If whatever you said, even if at all it is not appropriate, it was not appropriate, take responsibility, seek forgiveness. Your actions and your decisions, take responsibility for all that. So these are the 5 major tips to develop assertiveness in ourselves. Now, there are certain challenges, hurdles as well, obstacles as well, challenges as well on our path, our way to develop assertiveness. So, my dear friends and fellows, let's talk about that. So, there are 3 hurdles, 3 major hurdles on our way to becoming an assertive person. And after that, there are four ways to overcome those hurdles as well. Four ways to overcome those hurdles as well. So let's talk about what are the challenges, what are the hurdles on our way to becoming an assertive person, a very good, a competent advocate of ourselves. The number one is fear of rejection and conflict. That is fear of rejection and conflict. That is the hurdle, obstacle, challenge number one. Concerns about how others might react can hold people back from being assertive. That is the fear of rejection, the fear of conflict that hold people back from being a good person and advocating oneself or in becoming an assertive person. Now, the second challenge, obstacle, and hurdle on our way to becoming an assertive person, that is called low self esteem. Low self esteem. Lack of self confidence, lack of self confidence can make it difficult to express oneself assertively. Lack of confidence can make it difficult to express oneself assertively. Lack of confidence can make it difficult to express oneself assertively. So we need to develop the self confidence. We don't need to worry about the rejection and the conflict as well, because we do have to do all that in a respectful manner. The third and the last major obstacle, hurdle, challenge on our way to becoming an assertive person, that is cultural or social norms. Cultural or social norms. Some cultures are social environments. Some cultures or some social environments may discourage assertiveness, especially in certain groups or in certain communities as well. Cultural or social norms, some groups and some communities discourage it. So these are the three major hurdles. Now, there are tips to overcome those challenges and hurdles, and these are four tips. The tip number one is identify and challenge negative self talk. Identify and challenge negative self talk. So, that is the number one way to overcome the assertiveness, to overcome the difficulties, the hurdles, and the obstacles on our way to become an assertive person. Identify and challenge negative self talk. That is the number one way. Number two, that is the practicing assertiveness in low stake situation. Mean, do it, practice it where it is not much difficult, where it is easier, and gradually, so practicing it where it is lesser difficult, and gradually, moving toward the high stake situations, but initially it can be practiced in the low stake situations. Now, the third tip to overcome the difficulties and the challenges of becoming an assertive person, that is seek feedback and seek support. Seeking of feedback, seeking of support, ask trusted friends or family members for the feedback and for the encouragement. So that is the seeking of feedback and support. The fourth and the last way to become an assertive person, to overcome the challenges and the hurdles, that is develop emotional intelligence. Developing emotional intelligence. Your emotions that is learn to recognize and learn to manage your emotions to become more assertive. Learn to recognize and learn to manage your emotions to become more assertive person. Remember, assertiveness is a skill. Remember, assertiveness is a skill that can be developed like any other skill. This can be developed with practice, with patience, and with persistence. It is quite a skill which can be developed with the practice, with patience, and with persistence. Start by taking small steps. Start by taking small steps, and you will become more confident and more effective in your communication over time. So, that is the way to become a very good advocate of your own rights, to be able to defend your own rights. And this is all from me at the moment. Thank you very much.